one thing that I think is so cool about Devil's Lake is that early in the year, the seasons don't close. You can catch some tremendous walleyes fishing right from shore, and I think that's important. It's important for the industry. We need more places where people can come out and catch fish without a lot of equipment. This is a situation where if you're just looking to catch fish and keep fishing relatively simple, this is something that anybody can do.
There's a good one. There's a nice fish there. Gotta love that when they pick that jig up and slam it.
Got a good one there? Oh wow, look at that.
Nice walleye here. It's a good one here, Jason. There we go. This is why we're here. Big walleyes like this. You know, one nice thing about, fishing around Devil's Lake is that, you don't need a big boat and a lot of equipment at times, especially in the spring like what we're dealing with now. The fish are moving up the smaller creeks and kind of in the funnel areas of the lake, making their run to their spawning areas. And, a handful of jigs and some plastic tails and the rod and reel is virtually all you need. Just find these little pinch down areas where they're moving up or along the riprap along the roads. One little idea that I started using, I just got a little sled here and throw a little gear in the sled. And you can pull that right with you so you can kind of just keep moving and searching out for where the fish are active along the spots you're trying. Put a little stake in the ground and tie it up, and you got all your gear right with you that you need to bring. And you can throw your lunch bucket in there and you're ready to go for the day.
Ooh, here's a good fish. Oh, I love that. Come on up here. Yeah, this feels like a big fish here, Rick. Love it when they stay down. When you're in water up to your chest, these fish will swim laps around you. Oh yeah, look at there. Look at the belly on that fish right there. Look at that. Whoa. Yeah, this is just a fatty of a walleye right there. Just love that. And you can fish from shore in a lot of places on Devil's Lake. We're wearing waders, gives you a lot of flexibility. You can just get to more areas and maybe get away from some of the people, because some of the areas do get congested. I mean, a lot of these spots are pretty good, pretty phenomenal shore fishing opportunities when you hit it right. And so waders just give you a little bit of flexibility, but just look at the gut on that fish. These fish will be spawning soon, and that's why it's so important to come out here and enjoy this opportunity, but also to release these fish. That was cool. I love this. Never get tired of that. Just slow rolling these jigs along the bottom. Maybe making sporadic bottom content, but you're just swimming it oh so slow and just getting that tail to kick. And these walleyes in the spring, they just love it. Kalins Sizmic Grub is a pretty unique soft plastic. It's 3.8 inches long, which is a perfect length, perfect profile for walleyes, and it's a tremendous soft plastic for pitching for walleyes. It's got a very slow fall, which when you slide and glide the jig back to you, it's got a very seductive sliding action that lifts up off the bottom and then has a very slow drop, which is crucial, especially for catching fish early in the year. The other attribute that makes this soft plastic so unique is just the vibration and the action that you get, especially at extremely slow speeds, which is crucial whenever you need to work the bait slow or in cold water situations. Devil's Lake has always had some tremendous shore fishing opportunities, and historically Channel A, which is located on the north end of 6 Mile Bay, which runs all the way up into Dry Lake, historically, a lot of fish have pushed up Channel A each spring, and that's a great area. There's been countless walleyes caught there each spring. But then another area is up the Mauvais Coulee system, which runs up through the Mauvais Bridge on Highway 19, and then it runs all the way up into Pelican Lake and all the way up, almost all the way up to the community of Candu. But any type of bottlenecked area, and bridges create that bottleneck area where it forces that current. But any of the bridges, any of the culverts, the narrow areas of bottleneck that water, that current down, those are prime spots. And even the Highway 57 bridge, the Highway 20 bridge, or the Woods-Rutten Road, any type of constriction that forces current, that creates current in the springtime is usually going to hold the walleyes. And so each year, you know, these spots will hold fish, and you know, and sometimes you're going to have people fishing around you, which is fine. You know, as I stressed earlier, this is something that anybody can do. So come out here and do this. Oh yeah. Oh no, nice pike. He was acting like a walleye, but now he's putting the jets on the pike. Yeah, that's the thing. You're going to catch a lot of these out here, whether you like it or not. And that's the reason, one of the reasons that these heavy fluorocarbon leaders work so good on Devil's Lake is those fish there are tough on equipment, tough on line, tough on tackle.
I use super line braid, which is a no stretch line, but I always try to tie a chunk of, you know, a couple feet of fluorocarbon leader in there with a real small snap swivel on there. For anything, it's for confidence reasons, but it also acts as a little shock absorber, because with the super line there is no stretch, and you do get some stretch out of the fluorocarbon, and the fluorocarbon, it's invisible to the fish virtually, so it seems to help out in these light bite conditions. There we go. This one here feels a little bit better than the last one. That one there just choked it. Another beautiful walleye there. Well, during the springtime, one of the areas I like to key in on around the lake is some of the flooded roadways. I mean, there's hundreds of them around here since the lake has risen. And initially when they hauled in riprap and tried to build the roads up to save them, so there's all these big rocks that go up and down each side of the road. And that rock makes perfect spawning habitat for fish. You know, not just walleyes, fish of all kinds, but today we're targeting walleyes here, and they come in here to do their spawning up along these rocks, and it's just an ideal place to pitch jigs and plastic to catch them. And you'll catch them on the flats that are adjacent to the roads, or you know, you can cast right down the ditches. You know, you step out in your waders a little bit and then just cast up and down the ditches where you're right in the ditch, and then fish will hold right down in there next to those rocks, and gives you a good opportunity to catch a fish of a lifetime. There's one. Another pretty good fish, it feels like. Feels like another nice walleye. That's what she is. Decent fish. There again, cold water, springtime, slow presentation, but yet the Sizmic Grub's got the light action tail that you can still get some vibration out of on a slow retrieve, and it worked again. Nice release. There's one, picked her up, there we go. Nice fish. Gotta love those big head shakes. There we go, another nice walleye. one thing when we are fishing early in the spring like this here, you try to get a walleye with like the smallest jig you can. But a good place to start is with a 1/4 ounce jig. And most of the time we can get away with using that, but sometimes if the bite gets a little lighter, you might want to slim down to an 1/8 ounce even. And then on your retrieve, you know, I kind of get in the habits where most of the time I'm pitching it out there and then I'm not really jigging it, it's more of a drag. I'll just kind of drag the jig along, hop it a couple times and drag it a little bit, pick the rod tip up. And it seems like in the springtime that's what they want. Sometimes it's small and slow is what you're looking for to catch fish like this. And that's just another great fish. We'll get this fish back in the water.
Not too many places I can think of in the entire country where you can come out here with a car and doesn't matter what kind of rod you have, 10-pound test, a 1/4 ounce jig and a twister tail or some type of a soft plastic. Come out here and cast for fish, catch pike, catch walleyes, and you know, and have some incredible fishing. We've seen all the fish that we've caught today. You know, most people would be ecstatic to catch those fish in a boat, and when you can just come out here and catch these type of fish from shore, to me that's a really special opportunity.